Hello YouTube, this is Unger to the Max here. A salute to you, and I have a hot take for you. The AFC North will be the most interesting division in football this season. Let me explain. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to have a rookie quarterback, Joe Burrow, and an unproven head coach, Zach Taylor. The Cleveland Browns are going to have a third-year quarterback, Baker Mayfield, who's coming off of a very roller coaster type season, and a rookie head coach in Kevin Stefanski. The Baltimore Ravens have a veteran head coach in John Harbaugh and a third-year quarterback in Lamar Jackson, who not only won the MVP last season, but he also led the Ravens to the top spot in the AFC playoffs, where they fell flat on their face against the Tennessee Titans. But he is also going to be on the cover of Madden 21. Then there's the Pittsburgh Squealers. They have a veteran head coach in Mike Tomlin, who never should have been on the hot seat last season, but for some reason he was. And a veteran quarterback in Ben Roethlisberger, but he's coming off of an elbow injury. And the backup play that the Steelers got from Mason Rudolph and Devlin Duck Hodges was nothing to write home about. So I really think the AFC North is going to be the most interesting division in football. Now, yes, the NFC South is going to be interesting with Drew Brees there, Tom Brady's there now, Matt Ryan. And Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers are going to be a factor. Be careful, NFC South, because Carolina is a dangerous team. I really think so. Especially since they got Joe Brady from LSU. But for me, like I said, the AFC North is the most interesting. The Browns they played the NFC West last season. The Ravens went 3-1 against the NFC West, beating the Rams, Seahawks. No, they actually went 4-0. Correction. The Ravens went 4-0 because they beat both the Rams and Seahawks on the road, and they beat the 49ers and Cardinals in their home games. The Browns went 0-4. They lost at home to the Rams and Seahawks, and they lost at the 49ers, and they lost at the Cardinals. The Bengals, I believe, also went 0-4, losing at losing at Seattle, losing at the Rams, because they played that game overseas. They lost to the Cardinals, I believe, and they lost to the 49ers. And I believe the Steelers went... I believe the Steelers were also 2-2, losing at home to the Seahawks, losing at the 49ers, beating the Rams at home, and beating the Cardinals in Arizona. Although it sounded and looked more like a Steelers home game. But the Steelers fans have an ability to do that. This season, the AFC North will be playing the NFC East, which means all four teams, the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns, will all be playing the Dallas Cowboys, who think they're America's team but are not actually America's team, the New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, and Washington. Again, I choose not to say their team name. They will also be playing the AFC South, which means they will be playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans, and Indianapolis Colts. Which of the Browns' home games against the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Eagles, Washington, Raiders, Texans, and Colts, the game I'm most excited for, if I am able to attend Browns home games this season, is the game against Indianapolis. Because, like I've said many times, the Colts are my favorite team from the AFC South by far. And I'm just really, really excited for that game. I remember in 2014, in fact, the Browns were beating the Colts for a while, but slowly the Colts were able to chip away and come back and win that game. I believe the final score was 25-24. The Ravens will be hosting the Kansas City Chiefs this season. And please, NFL, when you make the schedule, make Chiefs at Ravens a primetime game. You have got to do this. The last 2 seasons, when Baltimore has played at Kansas City, the game has been absolutely spectacular. Filled with exciting plays like from Patrick Mahomes throwing a no-look pass to one of his receivers to Lamar Jackson making a deep pass down the field. It always, not only is Ravens Chiefs filled with exciting plays, but the game usually comes down to the last minute. So NFL, make Chiefs Ravens a primetime game. Don't make it Thursday night. Make it a Sunday night game or a Monday night game. I am asking you to do that. Please, 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 please. The Pittsburgh Steelers home game that I'm most interested in is actually their game against the Denver Broncos. Because I think both teams are very, very interesting this season. I would say the Broncos actually have a sneaky chance at making it to the AFC playoffs. Now, I know they're in the division with Kansas City. Obviously, the Broncos aren't going to win the division. But I think they could maybe grab a wild card spot. Think about it. The Raiders are kind of in a rebuilding phase, even though they're moving to Vegas. The Chargers, well, they have Tyrod Taylor as their quarterback, although they may draft Justin Herbert, Tua Tagovailoa, or Jordan Love. We'll have to wait and see. Although, I would actually like it if somehow Jordan Love fell to Indianapolis. I think he would make a good fit in Indy. I really do. He could learn for a year under Phillip Rivers, and then he can take the reins. And then maybe you can use Jacoby Brissett kind of like what New Orleans does, where New Orleans uses Taysom Hill in gadget plays, and they use him in other areas. Why can't Indianapolis do the same thing with Jacoby Brissett? They can. I think they should. But anyway, getting back to the Broncos. I love what they have with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb on defense. And then Drew Lock had some good games last season. I mean, a week after the Texans had a huge Sunday night win against the New England Patriots, Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos go into NRG Stadium and they put a whooping on the Houston Texans. And everybody's like, what? What happened to you, Houston? Instead of giving credit to the Broncos. And I like what the Broncos have on offense. In addition to Drew Lock, they have Noah Fant, which normally I don't like to get jerseys for current players, but for some reason I have an itch to get a Noah Fant Denver Broncos jersey. I'm not sure why, but I do. I also like Cortland Sutton, and I like Phillip Lindsay. So the Broncos have a good offense, I think. So they could be a sneaky team to watch out for. And the Steelers, like I said, Ben Roethlisberger is coming off of elbow surgery, and their backup quarterbacks, yes, Devlin Hodges had some good games, and yes, Mason Rudolph played well at times, although he is more known for, his involvement with the skirmish from Week 11 Thursday Night Football, Steelers at Browns, which neither player is really going to be able to shed that image. I'm sorry, but you're not. So, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, punch that like button like a UFC fighter and punch that subscribe button. Also, click that bell so you'll get notifications for when I upload new videos like this one. Until next time, this is Unger to the Max, signing off. Enjoy the NFL Draft.